Right, we are live. We'll obviously have to wait for everyone to join us. But for those of you watching on YouTube, we're about to talk over the Koch the Koch Primetime game stream at E3 2001. I'm Matt, of course. We've got Sean. And we've got James.
Hey, and it's Koch.
It's Koch, yeah,
Maybe.
it is.
Yeah. Koch.
Anyway, so we're live. We've got 8 minutes to go. Just before anyone gets here watching in the chat, obviously before, like last week, they said there's going to be no time splitters. There's going to be no...
Oh, right, they've already said that.
Yeah, there's like 3 major franchises. Like, okay, right, so none of 3 big...
Real estate
no
really
Metro.
matters.
That's
it's
one.
the biggest financial...
and something else. So, it's probably good they got ahead of that.
Yeah.
But
does the stream just come alive for anyone else?
Yes.
I've got 7 minutes 10.
Yep, I also have that.
Cool.
Well, 7:12ish now. Hello, Bitter Toad. It looks like we are live. Hello, Phil Wall as well.
Hello.
We're waiting. Oh, I need to get a drink, really.
I've already brought a spare Pepsi
yeah,
Max.
that's a good idea. I've got nothing. Yeah, so what are we going to see tonight then? James Farley's in the chat, everyone.
I mean, I don't even know what they do. What do they do?
The thing is that they own 1 million franchises. That's the thing.
So they own Deep Silver, don't they? That's the biggie.
Yeah,
and a few others.
And actually, like today or last couple of days, actually announced a new publishing label called like.
That's right. Yeah.
It might be called Primetime or Prime something. Prime. Anyway,
I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, because they Jeff Keighley's do. It was like a really brief trailer that showed about 12 different games.
Yeah,
and some of them were really cool, but I had no idea what any of them were, and then it just sort of ended. And so if this is just like a deep dive into those, fine, that'd be good. Some of them look really good. Just didn't know what they were. I'll
tell you what, there was some good stuff last night. Actually, there was. It was not bad.
Yeah,
I got to give Keighley his due. I mean,
they definitely could have just taken half of it out.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But I understand that, obviously you want it to be as substantial as possible, I guess.
Yeah. Well, he's staking his claim, isn't he, is the thing.
Well, he is, but then he was also, like, at the end, he said, didn't he? And he was like, oh, but, hope everyone has, like, a great show. All those loads of cool stuff going on this weekend and stuff. So it's not like he's like, that's it. I've done my show, so there's no more game stuff now.
The thing is, I mean, I think he deserves his due, frankly. Like, he pulled it off. He got great exclusives in loads of stuff.
He got Kojima again.
He did get his best.
It works well. Worked better on our stream. It worked well. And it was it ran along nicely. I think he deserves all the credit, frankly.
No, and it was a really nice mix of stuff as well. It was good. I liked it.
Right, tweet has gone out. Hello, thank you, Nose Jam, for the sub, and Bitter Toad as well for the sub. Streamlabs actually working tonight, as is my internet. Although I've just fucked it now by saying that. I've got 441 left of mine. I don't know about you guys.
433.
I got 428. So yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Shitting shit. Right,
it'll be fine.
I'm gonna get a drink because I'll be back in a sec.
Cool.
Bye.
No worries.
Aye. Right. No, because I'm just thinking what to expect from this. Like what?
Probably
what sort of thing?
Not a lot, and it's probably going to be quite PC focused as well, right?
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
Which I know you're a fan of.
I'm a huge fan, yeah. So this is the thing, though, Sean. This is really what's really weird about this. I was actually hugely into PC gaming when I was younger.
Yeah.
Like that was one of my. I played a lot of PC games, and I used to enjoy repairing and upgrading my PC, the whole thing.
And then you got a life.
Well, yeah, I got bored of just like the constant having to buy it, because when I was doing it, it was that time when it was like something was out of date, literally within like a month or two after you bought it and stuff, which was really irritating. And I used to fix computers as well for a living, and that also made me hate them quite a lot. So it was
Did you get loads of people just saying like, "Oh, it's really slow. Can you make it quicker?" And then you boot up Windows and there's loads of like speed booster software installed on it and stuff. Yeah.
All of that kind of stuff. I mean, that was when I was doing it. It was when like Windows 98 was still around, You know, there was people still using that, and I mean, this is how old how long ago it was, and I hated that operating system with an absolute passion. It was the
good.
absolute worst.
Oh god, it's buffering again.
Yeah. Oh no, here we go. Something's happening.
Oh
no, it's not.
No, I've just got an image.
Yeah, me too.
Came in.
Yeah, LD.
Sean, what you didn't realise from last night's stream is I had to break. Not only was my internet failing and the stream was everything was fucking up basically, I also had to leave for a family emergency.
Oh shit!
I had to pull Elodie's tooth out.
Oh no!
Yeah, her front two teeth are wobbly. And so, I mean, she's 7, so she's kind of late in that regard. But front two teeth are wobbly. And then Jill came in and said like Elodie's in tears, and I went downstairs. Elodie was like fully naked as she is normally, like blood here because oh god, it's just
god.
And then like it was just kind of hanging off by a thread. I had to just like yank it off. And I come back in here, stream fell over. Oh my god, it's an absolute nightmare. But I feel a lot better tonight. Thank you, Lee Morris. Yeah, way less stress tonight. Things seem to be working. Got all 3 of us. Anyway, so Koch Media, I'm going to pronounce it Koch Media. They own about 1 billion IPs, but they have said already there's going to be no Time Splitters tonight, no Saints Row, no Metro. But they do you remember like last year or the year before they just bought 1 billion IPs?
Yeah.
Billion, like I think so.
They buy. Weren't they all bought from like THQ?
Yeah. This came from THQ. Was that Sean?
Okay. I'd say that they're also like a massive distributor as well. I think, aren't they?
Yeah.
So things they don't necessarily publish. They've got. Yeah, they're like secretly absolutely huge.
Yeah, they feel like a kind of like Activision in waiting or something because it feels like they own so much. I don't actually know how many studios they have. I assume also loads of studios. But yeah, it's yeah.
Oh, right. So someone in the chat, not our chat, but the one on YouTube, is just spamming games are in the description, and they're absolutely right.
You're joking. That's a shame. Why would they do that?
Well, I mean, it's not going to be that helpful. Oh, that's right. So this is just a list of stuff that they showed at Keeley's thing yesterday.
Oh,
okay.
So Payday 3. That's right. One of them was a new Gungrave game. Okay. Do you remember Gungrave on the PS2?
I remember. I know.
Maybe it's a chance for.
It was just like I don't think it was that good, but it was. Do you know what? I'm going to Google it because I'm actually feel like I'm going mad. I want to make sure it's the one I think it is. But yeah, it's like so this guy with 2 pistols and he just wears like a coffin on his back for no particular reason.
Absolute standard.
I think it's based on an anime. But yeah, so that was one of them.
I mean, imagine if this is the best one out of all of the conference. That'd be amazing.
It's very possible.
I mean, imagine selling that to Dave.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I mean, sure, you're saying like yesterday when we were watching that one, it's like, explain to him that Sonic Unleashed thing is going to be
that's going to be so good. They're like, oh yeah, and then the London Philharmonic. Oh, Christ.
We're here.
We're on. Hello,
Hey guys, my name is Opal Cadman, and welcome. Today, I have
great
3
name.
main tasks. The first one is
she's saying Koch, yeah.
Koch Media's brand new premium gaming label. Number 2 is to take a deep dive into some of the games coming to that label. And finally, number 3 is to show you what the new label will be getting up to in the streaming world. I want to welcome streamers who are co-streaming this today.
Yeah, everyone listening, let me know if the audio's,
watched for many years. And speaking of people who I've looked up to for many years...
Oh, this is Keeley again.
I'm so proud to introduce Jeff.
It's Keeley again.
Who will be helping me co-host us through this entire list of games.
Well, yeah, this is part of Summer Game Fest, officially, so...
okay.
So, it is so great to be here with you for the first ever live stream from Prime Matter. I was honored yesterday.
He's been out in the sun, hasn't he?
He has. He really has.
Summer Game Fest kickoff event. And
see, I've not really got anything against Jeff, honestly. It's just he's so bland, isn't he? And so sort of,
today,
you know.
You're going to go a little bit more in depth to talk about all these games, to talk to a lot of the developers. But for those of you that might have missed it yesterday or just want to see it again,
okay,
let's
so
kick things off with a look.
We're getting that thing again.
Sizzle reel for Prime Matter.
Sometimes I ask myself,
did you see this yesterday?
What it all means.
Let's begin.
Oh, hello, Jurassic Jim. I'm sorry about our faces. That's a disappointment.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. It's, I mean, believe me, I'd rather have another one these days. It's,
yeah, we could,
yeah,
if we could do something about this, we would.
yeah. This, you know.
Amen to that, brother.
Is that who you are?
My purpose makes
It's probably good I haven't got hair because I know I'll probably have like a really embarrassing emo haircut. So this is
Really?
probably like nature's. Well, that's the one I kind of covet. You know, we've been over this on many streams, James. What do you mean is I'm on brand? Shall I look?
Oh yeah, so yeah, there's that, yeah.
Sorry, I didn't realise we were doing uniform tonight.
No, you won't. Uniform every time, every stream.
I'm not sure where my t-shirt is. I'd have to just wear the hoodie and I'd probably sweat.
Do you know?
Maybe if I just
we
wear
should
the
get-
apron. Nothing else.
Yeah, you could wear the apron.
Hello.
I think we should get customised T-shirts though with our name on as well. You know, just
That's a
like.
good idea.
That's a little bit. Thank you, Simon Marshall 6 for the Prime sub.
Guys, you just saw 12 games and counting. And that's just the start for Prime Matter. But before we get into these incredible games, what I like to call the juicy bits, I want to talk to you about what Prime Matter is and who we are. Prime Matter is the new premium gaming label of Koch Media. It dedicates itself to delivering a range of
Yeah, Digiphoto, there is no ducking. I just had her on low.
From amazing development talent all around the globe. It highlights the varied influences of global studios and their different approaches to game making. The new label will lead through creativity and expression.
This is really mean,
with games
but I
that
love
enthrall
like watching the way her
players,
eyes are like
enlarging
moving
life
across.
storytelling,
Oh, yeah, 'cause she's
She's obviously
checking-
got a load of sheets
incredible
printed out.
moments
Yeah.
that are
around the-
that are fun. The team behind Prime Matter is a
Why hasn't she got a
melting pot of incredible
teleprompter or something?
talent, led by
Dunno.
seasoned industry
She's probably at home,
veterans
isn't she, or
and
something?
Yeah, but
complemented by
you can get her
a
now for like for
fresh,
phones and everything.
Dynamic team
Mhm.
of multicultural gaming experts.
Send her a link, Matt.
The team
I might do,
behind are gamers at heart,
I'll have to now.
working with such a wide range of passionate developers producing games together by gamers for gamers. And that being said, for all you
What was
keen-eyed
that?
individuals out there, you would have seen that one game was actually missing in our 12-game lineup for Prime Matter during the video. That is a game that comes from the Embracer family itself. Jeff got to sit down with
Oh,
Tom
okay.
Hollinshead and talk all about Painkiller.
I've never played a Painkiller game. They're meant to be decent though.
All right, you saw
Yeah.
the news yesterday. Yes, there is a new Painkiller coming, and Todd is joining me now to maybe give us a few more details. I know this is kind of a fresh project for the team at Saber, and you guys, first of all, I love that you and Tim Willits are there, continuing to build out Saber.
He looks a bit like Sean
and
Bean.
Painkiller was
He
a
does,
franchise.
yeah. He's like a knockoff
You and I
Sean
are
Bean.
both OG. We remember
Called Sean Beam.
It was it probably 15 years
The one you
ago
can,
at this
yeah,
point?
Sean Bean you can hire
Yeah,
to
it's been a
turn up at your
while, you know.
birthday
closer to
party.
two
Yeah,
or
and
decades,
to
been a while.
die
event.
every
My
time.
God.
The
All right, well, but it's
look
one of those
alikey.
classic games.
Barely.
Let me ask you, from a Prime Matter perspective, you know, you've been in the industry like me all those years, and we remember that game. Why was this a franchise that you guys wanted to sort
I have
of
a feeling we're
bring
going to have
back?
to amuse ourselves.
Well,
Through a
you
lot.
know,
I think so, yeah. It does feel like that, doesn't
when
it?
I played it back in,
Okay, speaking of which, right, with
this is a
Jeff's
game that
background,
had,
like
you know,
when he first started doing these kind of
bizarre,
like Takama
twisted,
pieces, same background, that hasn't
tinge,
changed. And I was
dual
always like,
gun. These are the things
is that
you
that's
know,
a
kinda
Batman
hit the
something
nail on
in the
head
right hand
of
side?
what
And I was
appeals to
like,
me
is
in
that
a
was it?
game.
Was it ever a
Both
hint?
as,
But it
you know,
just
as a
hasn't changed for
fan
about a year and a
and
half now.
also,
So I guess
Yeah,
not.
I think he just
publisher
really likes his
Saber.
collector's
So,
edition
you know, we hope-
Batarang.
But
we're
it's
hoping
just
to
so obviously
capture those
Batman. I'm
same
like,
sort of
well,
elements and
is
bring
that a
those
hint?
into
You know, I mean, you watch any kind of Microsoft
Yeah,
stream, it's all like,
you know,
oh, what's on
you
the
guys
what's
are
on the thing in the
sort of
background?
Masters of doing
Yeah. No, I think he
shooters
just
from,
loves it.
all your time at
But
But
games.
I reckon it's
loving it
maybe
that much.
maybe it's like they
It does have a
forgot to
lot of that
announce,
DNA
and it's like, you know, he's supposed to have done like a few years ago, but it just
twist
didn't.
to it. And you know, the fact you guys are working with Prime Matter is also exciting.
It's got I like his
you know,
game award
brand
in the
new
background as
publisher,
well.
brand
Do you reckon
new
he
label.
presented that to himself?
That's the
You know,
What do you
point,
think
yeah.
of
How does that
the fact
work?
They're doing this label and
He's
you
just
know,
like,
such
oh,
a
we just got one
diverse
made as
lineup
like a
of
spare.
companies and partners around it. You know, I know you guys work with
Okay,
a lot
he
of
just gave
publishers,
himself
but
the
it's pretty
award for
exciting
best
to
Jack
see a new
Keighley.
label announced. That doesn't happen every day.
No,
you are the best, Jeff.
And, you know,
Facts.
Thank you, Jeff.
we got some subs we might as well cover while these go blabbering on. So Kablam, thank you ever so much. Dizzy Folio got 45 bits from Not a Spaceship. Jurassic Jim, even though he's seen our faces for the first time, still dropped the sub. Appreciate that.
Yes.
I think that's it. But thank you ever so much, everyone, for subbing.
It kind of makes me think of this is what we do when we make video games.
Indeed.
You start with Pixel 0, and then at the end of the day, you
Oh,
make
and
a game. So I feel like that.
hang on, I'm gonna get this right.
With hopefully the type
I think
of
that's
experiences that we're gonna be providing,
Calthonia.
not just
Nailed that first time.
within Prime Matter.
Calthonia, thank you for the sub.
Between Saber and our partnership.
Oh no,
but,
Jim, I know you weren't
across
saying we were
the-
ugly. It was
across,
just
across the Embracer group as well.
funny.
Yeah, no, it sounds like they have a lot of games in development.
Matt, I've got some alcohol in the
By
fridge
bringing
that I'm kind of
back
tempted to go and
Painkiller
get.
is really exciting.
What-
And
Do you reckon I
know,
should?
Fans, of course.
I
wanna
mean,
know
as long
a
as it's
little
not
bit about,
facts. Why not?
It's
game
not
will
facts,
look,
no.
what's
I've
the
got a
game,
selection.
how's it
I mean,
play?
wait there, I'll go and I'll,
Probably
you know,
can't
because this
share
is
a lot
boring
of
anyway, so I'm
details
just gonna
about
get.
it, but you're kind
Yeah,
of in the early
might as
stages
well.
of
In
development
fact,
now on this.
get a couple, James.
Yeah, super early, and if anything that I would share, I'd probably get
there we go. Hide chat.
assassinated
Not
for
you
back
guys,
home once
the
they get back to the developer
YouTube
because all these
Right, okay.
the first stuff that
So
comes
Matt,
out almost
what have we
always
got?
gets sort of
I know it's
Oh,
not very
yes.
good these days because of the old, you know,
Yeah, recent
what they've been up to.
Details
But so I've got a.
Lovely,
what they've
yeah.
been up to.
All
Well-
right,
Oh,
we'll
there's
be
been another
waiting for it,
open
let me
letter
know
about
if
Hellful
you
Brewdogger.
involved.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be
So I got
something
one. I mean,
very
everyone knows it. So
special,
I've got a Mallow
after this
Laser
action, I have
Quest.
no doubt. So
I've got
Painkiller,
an Elvis
coming
Juice
soon,
Oh yeah, I love
15 at,
but both. I
Saber,
mean, both lovely. In fact, no, I
almost
haven't tried the
Or-
first one.
Thanks
or
for
a neck oil.
No, I mean, it's a
So what should I go
classic, isn't
for?
I mean, I'll go for the mallow one. That
I
sounds
really
lovely.
can't wait
Yeah?
to hear more
It's
about
the Mallow
Painkiller,
Laser Quest. I mean, it's
Falcon,
like, what has it got? It's
Todd, Tim,
marshmallow and
Saber are
pineapple.
working on it.
Oof.
So,
I think we're
sounds
gonna
alright.
see something pretty
Yeah, lovely.
special when they are ready to share more.
I'm going to do that.
Uh,
Hang on,
so,
I'm going to
you
put
know,
these back because I want to
exciting
make sure they're
stuff
cool.
on that
Um,
sizzle reel,
Calthonia, what's the score?
Painkiller,
What's the
Payday,
Turkey Italy
but I
score?
know
This is
there's
the
a lot
opening
more
match
here
of
to
Euro
talk about today
2020.
as well, right, Opal?
Actually, Prime Matter has 12 games under development right
No, okay.
at this minute. We're so excited to show you guys what us and the developers have been up to. However, before you see some of the content that we show you today, I do have to make it clear that some of this
so they're
is
warning us
pre-alpha,
that some of this is
alpha,
gonna be
high-level
bad.
concept, and some of it is about to release right around the corner.
Smells like honey.
So please keep that in mind.
That's not
when
a really
you
good
view
thing, you know?
today's show.
It looks like honey.
That being
No, it
said,
smells like it.
how do you guys feel about a psychedelic
Still smells better than the
third-person
facts, though.
survival
Seriously.
horror
Not hard.
set on what it means to go on a journey about self-enlightenment and what happens when it all goes wrong? I got to speak with the developers of the Chant work in progress title about their game and who they are.
Oh,
Our game is about a group of people who go to a spiritual retreat to.
That is a good
seek
question, not a spaceship. Have they
and,
shown any games
they
yet?
basically get a little more
They
of
have
a
this sizzle
bargain
reel
for
from
it.
last
And,
night's.
Yeah.
Your character has to deal with her own personal issues as well as the cosmic terrors that become awakened.
Cool. So, what type of genre is this game?
And it's a bit hard to pin down with the with all the different influences and styles of gameplay, but I'd say we're probably a survival action horror
Mocktail
game.
Soup. I think she's Scottish,
Cool. And
but she's
what was
been in
the,
America
like,
a long
what was
time.
the thinking
I was
behind
gonna say
that
Geordie,
genre?
but
Is it
she's been
something
in
that you
America.
guys like,
okay.
or is it just
I don't know.
it came left field?
It's
What's
actually quite
your
nice, Conor Ross
decision
Wilson.
behind that?
It tastes
Personally, we always
Yeah,
Lovely.
you look like you're
wanted
really
to make
enjoying
a horror
it,
game.
James.
A
Get-
big
get
part
that-
of
get
our
out in the
team
glass,
have
James. You're
a-
not drinking
have
out of a can, are you,
background
you
in,
monster?
third-person sandbox games, and
Go proper, like, you know,
we really wanted
schooner.
to combine,
Well, the
action
problem is
mechanics,
if I go and get a
deep
glass, it means I've got to go out the
storytelling,
kitchen, which is
and,
behind
we
me,
felt that,
and I
the
can't do
horror
that
genre
because I'm
was
not
a-
wearing
was a really
trousers.
exciting,
So
space
it's like
to,
I
to
don't
take
want to have to
part.
walk
I
over
was,
there.
I was totally gonna do that tonight.
So, kind of
After last
sticking with
night's.
the horror genre, why did you decide to go with that theme? It's not really like normally what you would see.
hot, isn't it? I mean, that's
this
the main
whole
thing.
Spiritual
It is. It's more-
awakening
yes.
thing.
It's not
So
even
what
sunny
was
here
the-
today,
What was
it's
the
just
idea
depressing.
behind that?
We thought it was just kind of an interesting territory to explore. There is, there's a lot
go,
of
everyone's getting
influence
emotes.
from that
Nice,
with like
'cause we managed a
folklore of the
level 1 hype
70s
train.
and
Yes, we did.
Giallo horror and so forth that really inspired us more from a film standpoint. And taking that kind of aesthetic, something that was very sensational, very colorful, and mixing it in with kind of more action-oriented and exploratory game mechanics, we felt was
yeah. Don't worry, Corners Wilson. I've no idea what they're talking about either. What are they talking about?
Kind of speaking about
their
your
new game.
inspirations and stuff.
What is it?
Video games,
They're
real
talking about
life media has inspired you to create this
But isn't he
title?
nicely lit? That's,
Going way
that's
back
the main thing.
when
Got that
Resident
right.
Evil
Not
2
like
is
this.
one of my favorite
Look at
games
this
of all time.
bright light.
Yeah, I mean,
Glow in
like
the
bouncing
Dark,
off my head.
Eternal Darkness.
It's really annoying.
So
Close the window.
a lot of games are
Yeah.
very
I can't, 'cause
inspirational to us. Our game actually started
Okay,
off
this is
as
the
a-
problem.
Exposure on the
as a
camera,
game
so
with
the
No,
face
'cause
is
the
correctly
camera
exposed
angles
and
and so forth.
The
And
problem
then
I've got,
we,
right, is that I'm actually very close to a window because it's the only place I can be.
You know what we
And
can
the
focusing
and like the
on
yeah, I know,
bringing
obviously,
more of an
but the
action element
webcam
to it.
is on the
we've
windowsill
since
on a
switched
pile
to
of
an
books.
over-the-shoulder
You see,
camera. I
Right.
haven't looked
and
back.
so it's then
So kind of
exposed to
talking
the
about
lights, which is
changes
the problem.
and
I can't do anything about it.
as
yeah,
are
but you
doing on
just
the
drop the
development
exposure
side.
on the camera.
How
So your
Let's,
face is
Sean, let's
ghosted.
not,
like
let's
the
not,
original
Sean.
concept.
Not
I
now.
understand
Let's see if I can do that.
development-
Shall I?
No,
Have a look?
stop.
It seems quite far out,
Are they-
but from your original concept to where the game is now, how much has that differed?
Video
The core
settings. Okay, let's have a look.
and,
Here we go.
I'd say the aesthetic.
Oh, no, James
and
is gonna
the
put, like,
themes,
filters
those are
on he can't turn off.
Those all remain intact. I'd say our
I hope he gets like
gameplay,
cat ears or something.
Yeah.
As
I do.
our team size grew.
Oh, you can't. There's no options for that, though, on,
we added more,
in Discord.
we added deeper
There should be in
mechanics.
your device
I'd say
settings or
more
something.
action to the game.
I'm just having a
Our
look,
game
there's
actually
none.
has a fair amount of combat in it, especially on the melee side. Those were things that weren't too prevalent.
this
in
is
our
what we've been
original
reduced to
concept,
by this
and,
Yeah, we're changing
a
those
lot
things.
of those things are just kind of based
Well,
on.
this is, it don't matter.
you know,
This is
we
still
were
a billion times
very
better than
small
last
team
night's
at
stream.
first. We're still a relatively small team, but
Is it?
every new person that
Yeah.
joins
No, you're right, there's no,
brings something new to the mix. So
It
I'd
doesn't
say
have
on
like
that end,
the
the
button
No.
to go
game
to
is-
your
the
webcam
game is
settings or
evolved
anything.
in
No,
scope
it's-
and depth of gameplay.
Awesome. Kind of sticking on that
Are
point.
they
and, you know,
going
you've got
to
a
show a
small
game?
team, there's a lot of challenges that
No.
comes with that. What was the
doesn't
hardest
feel like
part
it, does
of
it?
making the
I'm
game
quite
so
liking the
far?
YouTube
The
chat,
hardest
which is just
part
everyone's
is
people just going.
probably
"Zzz."
trying to
What
make a
the-
game that,
And
It's
and
a shame
sleep
though, isn't
emojis.
it? Because
more realistic production
I-
values because
when
that's
when
where
people
our,
misjudge this
our
stuff,
background comes from.
it's just so
on
sad to
a-
watch
on a
because it's
smaller
just
scale
someone
and
talking about their
budget.
game and it
So,
could be really
for
good,
us,
Yeah.
we
but
had
no
to
one
be
even
very
knows because we haven't
strategic,
fucking seen it yet.
Utilizing Unreal,
And it's
we
just-
wouldn't
it's not
been
his
able to
fault.
build this game
Like,
without
These
These
sorts of things are
utilizing
better,
Unreal.
I think, if they
Like
split them
Unreal,
out and do them as
previously
just
we
like
had worked on
interview
more
videos or
proprietary
something like that,
technology.
rather
Yeah,
than
yeah,
put them in
And
a
it's
like a
also great
showcase.
because,
You know, because it's like if it's a showcase, you're expecting you're going to see games and stuff.
I feel like we're still. This is still like the
In
fallout
addition to
from
that,
there
we've
being
been
no
using
E3 last year, and
photogrammetry,
everyone
Yeah.
just going,
from
"Oh
the
fuck it, we'll
start,
do our own conference. Why
for
not?"
both our environments,
I mean,
all of our
this
characters
is
are
I mean this is
also
like Nintendo
scanning
with the Wii U.
actors,
You know, when they had no
and we're
games.
using,
You know, they just used
also
to just
tapping into a
have
lot
like
of
developer
what's going on in
interviews
our
and stuff,
city.
which were
Vancouver's
very
a pretty
charming,
big
but
film
also
industry,
very
so
frustrating.
Really
You know,
tapping into
that,
the film and the effects industry and
We should
tapping
do a
into that
Talks Over
area of
special at some
expertise
point and
to
just go
kind
through
of
some
try to do
Wii U,
things
Nintendo
Yeah,
as
that'd be
efficiently as
great.
yeah.
possible.
Oh
So
man,
you've
this was
mentioned like
that was such
experience
a
in
grim
the
time. That
past
was.
and also kind of how rich Vancouver is. How much does that come in handy when you're working on the game?
Oh, it's been
Libobski
extremely
GB.
beneficial.
I assume that's the entirety of
Vancouver,
Team
you know, is
GB on
home to
the
a lot of AAA
Bobski.
studios.
Thank you as much for your Twitch Prime sub. If
A
I
large
missed any.
portion of us work
No,
together
I haven't.
at
No, I think we're good.
Rockstar and
Yeah,
United
so this is
Front
officially part of
Games,
Summer Game
and,
Fest.
we also have
E3
people
starts
who have
tomorrow.
worked at the Coalition and EA, as well as some smaller independent studios as well. And in addition
Seriously,
to
the
that,
YouTube chat is just
you
like,
know,
we want
having the
trailers.
film
We want
industry here where
trailers.
We can,
We want trailers.
utilize, local
Yeah, see where they're coming
talent.
from.
We're working with union
Yeah, I'd
actors.
like a
We're
trailer.
scanning actors as well that we're using for our characters, and we're actually currently auditioning a couple remaining characters for the game, and as well as doing the finishing
got a new
touches
motion
on
capture
our
studio,
new,
guys.
motion capture studio. So
If only
we're
we
gonna
could
be,
see some of the
doing a
motions
full,
Yeah.
they've
a-
captured
What's the-
with it.
cinematic
For
special
what
in the coming
game?
months.
That's what I want to know.
So we're
Well,
excited
no,
about
it was called
place to be right now.
The Something, but it's a
Sounds
working
great in
title,
terms
but
of
it's like a
exciting
survival horror
things. When it
psychedelic.
comes to this game,
Yeah.
what are you most proud of at the minute where you are?
He's
I
a renegade.
think
He's got a shirt
the
with a
thing I'm most
button-down
proud
collar,
of
and he hasn't got it
is
buttoned
just
down.
What a
I call that
small,
lazy.
focused team can do when they're all, sharing the
Breaking
same
Marky,
goal and
thank you for
vision,
the Prime Prime Gaming sub.
As I said earlier, we
today
we
of all days,
from,
watching this stream of all streams.
Backgrounds, but everyone's managed to come together and really deliver an amazing amount of work for the team.
I mean, again, how many more of these we got?
Yeah, it's really exciting to be working on a smaller team again, and just having that kind of energy
Just the 8,
where
if you
you're
can.
working with everyone on the team day to day.
Yeah, I imagine that is a lot different to probably what some of you are used to coming from those massive studios. So finally, what are the benefits of signing up with a global publisher like Koch? And also,
I'm hoping that somebody else comes on and calls it like Koch instead, and then there's like so then it still fuels the mystery about it, which how's it pronounced?
Kind of pushing our game. As
I
far
may
as
have mentioned I've been watching this pirate documentary on Netflix.
Really helping to
go on
provide more reach.
No, it's just so basically this like major pirate stronghold, right?
Most
was called Nassau,
just having a partnership
but spelled N-A-S-S-A-U. And I knew it's pronounced Nassau because that's how they pronounce it in Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
We've already received a lot of feedback on the title, and being a small
but in the
team,
show, basically everyone, like all of the cast, right, all these people like pretending to be pirates and stuff, all call it Nassau. But there's just this one historian who pronounces it Nassau. And it's just like in all the research they did for the show, no one bothered to be like, oh, guys, it's actually it's Nassau, it's not Nassau.
Shit.
We'll say gamers finally get their hands
they got the basics
on
wrong.
the content. So thank you for your time.
Oh, here we go. Oh, something's changed. Keely's back on.
Jeff is
yes,
back.
finally.
Back. Developer created the huge open world of Bohemia.
And even Jeff's doing it, looking off to one side.
However,
what happened?
This is okay. This is just going to be a series of interviews.
I don't know. Studios to try and get to the bottom of this.
Surely not.
Kingdom Come Deliverance on the
I mean, I'm ahead of you, Matt. So you'll see. You'll see in a second.
Yes, that's true. Kingdom Come Deliverance is coming to the Nintendo Switch, and as you said, it's about gamers, devs, and games. In our case, or in this case,
I can only apologize.
What do you mean?
Well,
it's not our fault. We did not schedule this.
Is Euro 2020 on Twitch? Can we talk about that?
Can we just play a game or something?
But someone most likely ticked the wrong box in Japan, and
we might also give people a little bit of news about the show next week, which I haven't really found time to tweet about yet. We might as well do it now. So
is this? Hang on, Matt. Is this going to be news to me as well? Or is
no,
this like,
no, it's something we all agreed upon.
Okay.
With the conference clash. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So basically,
the talk of the day.
I might as well turn this off because literally no one gives a. Yeah. Okay. Basically, what's happening is what's the right order? Bandai Namco announced their conference really late in the day, and basically it's happening on Tuesday night at 10:20. The original plan was that we'll watch Nintendo's conference at like 6 o'clock on 5 or 6 o'clock, whenever it's on Tuesday, and then in the evening we'll record the pod, tell Dave everything. But now, because we want to see the Bandai Namco presentation, we're actually going to take the unprecedented move of delaying the podcast until Thursday. I do apologise. So now we're going to talk over that as well. 10:20 on Tuesday night. Record the pod on Wednesday night, and the pod will be out on Thursday. I do apologise, everyone, but I just haven't found time to put a tweet out about it yet. Update anyone. So there you go. There's the news.
The thing is, though, because we sort of did that on the assumption that Elden Ring was going to be.
That's a good point.
Yeah, exactly.
That, didn't we? And that's. I mean, is there anything else we bothered about from Bandai?
No, it's all right. I'm quite happy with that now because Chen wanted to watch football together, so on Tuesday. So
no, I'm not suggesting we change it again. It's just funny that it's just like, oh no, they've shown that one game now. So
yeah,
might be some Naruto stuff.
I mean, we're doing it now. Not I haven't tweeted about it, so it's not official. But we've told 70 people.
No, it's fine. We'll stick with it because there might be surprises.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to do all that, and then we're like, oh, we missed that one on the end. And then let's talk about how about maybe we do the podcast, and then we actually could check in during the pod. But no, we're gonna.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, so...
but are we going head-to-head with Nextlander if we launch the pod on Thursday? Well, that's embarrassing for them, isn't it?
Yeah, and they're 10,000 patrons, those absolute losers.
Yeah. Good luck getting into the iTunes charts, guys. Jesus.
Yeah, you know what? School of Hard Knocks. We'll teach them a lesson. It's like, you do not go up against the big boys.
Yeah, come on the king.
Yeah.
Let's not miss, you know what I mean? But this guy's still on, isn't he? And they've not shown any...
Yeah, but he's just revealed some soap, so it's fine.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers?
soap bar.
He said it's got a medieval smell. There's no way he can know that. Like,
well, yeah.
Anyway,
and also, I can't imagine it's nice.
No, it is.
And
It'd be horrendous.
we are coming up with crazy stuff like that all the time. Our next new merchandise product is.
I don't give a fuck about merch. Show me a trailer. Or like, you know that logo at top left? I just look at that and I read Warigo arse.
It does look, yeah, Wario.
Wow, wow, wow. I think that was Waluigi or whatever. Yeah, that looks like Warigo or us
at
to
home
me.
against your friends or against your family or whatever. So that's pretty cool if you ask me.
I don't know. I've got to admit, call me naive. I did think there'll be trailers on this one.
I know this is not what I was expecting for this at all. I mean,
no.
How long is it? Do we know?
Well, no, they never actually confirmed the length.
I hate it when they do that. I hate it when that happens.
Well, James, would it shock you to know, James, that this has only been going 22 minutes?
It would indeed. Yeah, it's
Right, Colin, is that a joke? Because if it's actually 2 hours.
No, it's a joke. Colin famously doesn't know anything, so it has to be a joke. Sure, right? He said 100%, but it's fine. It's fine.
It's 100% a joke. So it's fine. Yeah.
100% facts.
That is really cool, and we are looking forward to a bright future.
Thank you very much, Toby. We cannot.
If the next one is the same thing.
However, until that time,
we're gonna need some sort of plan.
So are we. Thank you very much, and see you.
Jeff's back.
From internet rumors.
Oh, is he a little bit? Yeah. Here he is.
More on Kingdom Come Deliverance for Switch as we get it.
All right, let's move from RPGs to FPS games. Final Form, which is a working title, sci-fi adventure where you play a humanoid avatar of a sentient spaceship.
I'm feeling uncomfortable by him reading it as well because it makes it look even less sincere.
Yeah. Less sincere than he normally is.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, hang on. We've got a trailer.
We've got a trailer.
We did it. E3's here.
Yeah.
Let's go! We got a trailer.
Why is it a little ball?
It's a new Metroid. Oh my god, that's it.
Is that it?
No, there's more.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's take the volume up. It's pretty high, isn't it? A bit.
He looks terrified.
Hi, we are Raycon Games, and what you have just seen is the first glimpse of our upcoming game, Final Form.
Final Form is an action-packed, epic sci-fi FPS in which you are a female-formed humanoid machine on a space mission with no return.
I mean, he does look like he's had a lot of long nights recently, honestly.
Really does.
At the heart of the game is a mystery and alien wars to explore, but also an adrenaline-fueled combat. In Final Form, it's all about the freedom and power of movement, being a machine unrestrained by human weaknesses.
This does look good.
There are numerous abilities and gadgets that come with your
great.
robotic body, so you can give yourself away to the fantasy of becoming an unstoppable cybernetic goddess, blazing away in a spectacular ballet of destruction.
You know, I think it might be a call for help. He was blinking a lot.
Poland, with additional team members located all over the world. The studio was founded and is managed entirely by game developers. Since the success of Ruiner, we've grown quite substantially. Currently, Raycon is over 50 brilliant game creators. And counting.
50 brilliant game creators, 45 terrible
but
ones.
What we love to
We're 95 strong.
Is evolve together with our projects, constantly finding smarter and better ways to achieve something truly unique. We build our work environment just like we make games, aiming for the best results and personal fulfillment. We strongly believe that the well-being of team members needs to be taken care of first, before we can pour all of that love into a game. The partnership with Koch Media has been very fruitful and inspiring. We're happy to be in the avant-garde of the upcoming new label. We're looking forward to share more on Final Form in the future. And in the meantime, Please enjoy the rest of the show.
Sounds nice.
And see you around.
Yeah, the some of the footage looks right. What is it?
See? She agrees with me.
Gary, it's clearly a FPS where you're like a humanoid, female
say,
humanoid
guys,
robot form.
I love the soundtrack from Final Form.
One of those.
Moving on to our next game, which is just as special. What if you took Lovecraftian and Gygax themes and mixed it all together with hardcore RPG elements? That's exactly what Massive Works Studios are doing. I got to sit down with their CTO to talk about their game, Dolmen.
I think it's another trailer.
Good, this is good. That's not, it's not complaining. This is what we want.
And a gem of some sort.
You reckon this is a roguelike?
They've just said it's a hardcore RPG with deck building mechanics.
Deck building?
And that. It's very customizable.
Looks pretty. Oh, it says just there's a load of corpses to go.
It looked very Warframe, yeah.
Dolmen.
Let's speak now to Gabriel Ferreira, CTO of Massive Works Studios, who joins us now from Campinas near Sao Paulo in the southeast of Brazil. So, Gabriel, what is Dolmen about?
First of all, it's a pleasure to be here and to participate.
So your camera positioning
a little bit about what Dolmen is.
The composition.
I thought you were talking about me again.
He's framed the room very nicely.
I guess he had to get a poster in. I was going to say, can I scan that QR code?
That's the kind of game that
said absolutely no one ever.
In this game, you actually save the
to present my game.
Alien species.
How's it going?
There's no way it does that.
But you're going there to help a company.
Yeah, he fucked up there. He should have got like a really high def camera so you could scan the QR code.
The nice guy
I mean, this is the thing that's been annoying me in general, right, over the last year, not just in terms of stuff like this, but people who post 2020 still don't have like a half decent microphone and ideally a better camera. It's just really weird to me.
But even with like laptops and stuff, the ones that you get with those are better now, but they always seem to be awful. Like when you go in these things, it's terrible.
Just like the amount of things you see from like people who are very high up in companies and they're just using dog shit equipment. It's really weird.
Awesome. Thank you.
And don't get me started on
thinking
professional
about the name
podcasters.
Dolmen, obviously, you guys went for that for like a very specific reason. What's the thinking behind the name? Why did you go for Dolmen?
Name.
So, there was
that didn't sound Scottish, so I should said that.
The name of the game.
Yeah, I think it's
Dolmen, which means a single chamber.
Maybe Lancashire.
Colin, obviously that's different. You're not like a chief exec, a massive. As far as I know.
But also you don't work in an office, as far as I know. So again,
everyone that deals with this crystal in the game is close to bringing problems to everyone that is around, and we wanted this to be the main piece of the game.
Cool, awesome. And now
she does
I
now
know that
sound
people
Scottish.
may or may
I've
not
changed my
heard
mind.
of Dolmen before, so it is already out there in the world. But how long has it taken to get to this point?
Have they discussed what kind of game this is yet? Because I still don't know.
Probably talked over when we were talking about camera setups.
Well, they said it had RPG elements.
That could be literally any game that comes out.
I don't know what those elements are applied to.
Just a bit more to
RPG elements with crafting.
But
some description.
There's nothing wrong with crafting.
I know there's nothing wrong with crafting, Sean. It's just that every single game has it these days. And it's just there to pad out the experience.
And you guys, I believe, would not be here right now.
Lovely. How have you been inspired by other games? You mentioned.
I'm not
the
sure what her
Souls-like
name is
obviously
actually.
inspires
not a spaceship.
are there other games.
I've already
See,
forgotten.
hang on, is that true? Does the Xbox One Connect work with a PC, like as a webcam?
I didn't think it did. I thought it had like a proprietary connector
A lot
on
of
it.
games came to us when
But obviously,
we were
Mr.
producing
Bedfont
games,
has
and when we were
intel
first
to the
thinking of
contrary.
it. Obviously, we are really passionate and we really love Souls-like games. So,
but no, but Colin, that's how you're meant to pronounce Koch Media.
Those games
in that way, Coke. Or if you're James
Farley,
Farley,
says Koch.
Oh well,
it's
Koch. I give up.
I do think, like, because I've heard other industry people call them Koch, and I think it's just for the avoidance of all doubt. So you don't sound like you're saying cock all the time.
And also not only inspirations.
Well, I'm about
you can get an adapter by accident anyway.
But also inspirations in movies and.
You can get an adapter for your Connect. That makes sense.
You can still find them.
For example,
you can still find them.
Geiger, and those were
shit flights on those.
About games that we most like.
Oh, Colin, my people.
Likes.
It's problematic.
It's really hard to say because we have
not in this
a team that ranges from liking.
This was an arcade of fruited flavour.
Are you liking it?
But what I can
it's not bad.
What's the percentage?
Everyone of our
6%
is passionate about the project because they love doing what they do, which is a hardcore game.
Thanks, Digifolio. Still new, everyone.
Hands on Dolman, all these inspirations that have come in.
It's the first one. Yeah, I'm not going to have any more than this. I'm on one now. I'm not doing any more. It's after the last stream.
James, I was going to have like 5 or 6 and we're hammered on the late night alternative.
Yeah. Well,
no, I'm
the
doing
humans are afraid of what they don't know.
Absolutely not doing that.
And the universe has infinite possibilities. There is always something unknown.
Thanks for the bit, Luke Cage.
In space. So that sci-fi setting really.
This has been 33
That
minutes
we could use
so far.
I mean, I can't wait to run through this on the podcast with David.
I mean, are we going to bother?
No. What was everyone's predictions for the Koch Media presentation? I predict no trailers, pretty much.
I predict just repeat, interviews one after the other.
At least half the titles will be working titles.
On the point of humans and Earth. You guys are based in Brazil, which is awesome. Are there any specific challenges that you face during development?
I mean, actually, that is a good point.
Or just in
general? Shai's just said you could just make up anything about this one, and it would force Dave to have to watch it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yes, all the games that Dave's like, and so well, there's one. It's kind of like Rocket League, but it had it was a Millwall game. It's kind of Millwall. It was Millwall and meets Rocket League.
I mean, it's like you should see what they did to the stadium. It's like it's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
We're raised in Brazil. We're not only
Koch Media bought PokeStars, and they're releasing PokeStars VR 2.
Spread across the country. So it was
only on the Valve Index.
It's only on that challenge. But there were several challenges since getting development kits and fighting.
Now, if this was me, I would have on purpose written something on the whiteboard. Definitely write something on the whiteboard.
I was going to say, it's a missed opportunity, isn't it?
Probably, I would have probably taken away the original Xbox One with the sticker on the front, out of shot, connected to what looks like a mouth, possibly. I mean, I probably would have done something, but that's just me.
It's incredible people, and they were.
And if that was your office, you'd have more stuff on the walls, wouldn't you?
Well.
Kind of on that
theme
of development and
look at this.
I
do want it though. I do want it.
At least you've got a colour changing light though.
What is that?
You need to get some Lara Croft pictures up and stuff in the background.
There is a gorgeous Last of Us 2 print I want to get, but it's like 90 quid because I want to get an artist one, not like a photocopy of whatever. I'm like, I don't know.
The journey of the game.
What happened to that portrait that someone did of you?
Oh my god, yeah, I got that. Yeah, that would be a bit weird. Yeah, I do want to put something in the background, but I just haven't really found the right thing.
Subverted in two senses. And one of them, when we first started,
this is still going, isn't it?
is huge and
oh, hey, Chod, Chod, I can't believe you've missed 36 minutes of this. You are going to kick yourself.
Yeah,
you would not
have
believe.
To go back and watch it from the
you've
start.
got to go back. The announcements, Chod,
I
have been
mean,
crazy.
we're considering not even bothering with any of the other ones because what's the point
It's
now?
not going to live up to this. Chod, we're not even joking. Go after this, go watch from the beginning. Maybe like bring a family member around. It's unbelievable. Oh wow! What stream?
Now that we have more tools at our disposal, so on the tech side.
Hello, Simon DM.
It advanced way better than we.
Are you having a good evening? We're not.
2016, we didn't have all the resources that we have now. So
who are Koch Media? They own 1 million IPs. Some of the big ones they own are Time Splitters, Saints Row, and Metro. The 3 games I said there's not going to be any of them games here tonight.
But no, we've learned that they also have a lot of games in progress.
They do, and we don't know what their actual names are yet because they're all.
We don't know what the names are. We don't know what they are, and we don't know what they look like either. But there are a lot of games in progress.
On top of all,
There's a lot of CGI trailers.
It's incredibly exciting.
For the player.
Absolutely. And speaking about like making the game and the development of the game, seeing as you are lead programmer as well, what was the hardest part of making the actual game?
I believe that we could have gone into different options. Especially, for example, we could
James
have
is gone. We've lost him.
I'm just reading the YouTube chat again.
What the YouTube saying?
I mean, they're not very happy. You can imagine.
How many people are watching on YouTube? I'm not going to like scroll down because
it's dwindled, hasn't it?
Yeah, how many?
It's about 9,200.
We faced a lot of challenges.
I bet even Jeff's like, okay, we're not inviting Koch Media back next year.
Not next year.
There's a lot of people saying, yeah, move on.
On what we were doing, and you
can bring the chat up again.
Hashtag bring back soap.
Oh my god!
Several people shouting "Come to Brazil."
Yeah.
And then someone saying, "What the hell is this?"
That's a Brazilian tourist board in the chat.
Yep.
Simon says, "Wow, this interview's going on a bit." Simon, with all due respect, you've only just joined the stream. You've missed 36 minutes of other interviews going on quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this whole stream's gone quite a bit. Yeah, it's incredibly insightful interview, and
that balancing fit.
I mean, it's made me forget about how disappointed I was that Ratchet and Clank didn't turn up today. It's
yeah, well, yeah, because I mean, all right, no Ratchet and Clank, but at least you've got this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who needs Ratchet and Clank in a way when you've got?
Like 5 years of development, which is a crazy long time. How have you kept yourself motivated?
Hang on, she just said this game's been in development for 5 years. It's still got a working title. Is this not the working title?
And only about 5 seconds.
No. Dolman, I must have misremembered. Dolman can't be a working title. It's got a registered trademark, I think. If that.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah.
Well, it's got something next to the logo.
Getting up every day and making a meeting.
Hi, Tree Smurf. Yeah, you've not missed anything.
Have you missed anything? Well, okay, everyone, let's remind Tree Smurf what he's missed. This is a third interview. The first 2 also went on way too long. We've seen 2 very short trailers. 2 out of 3 games so far have working titles. And the most interesting bit is we're trying to work out the woman's accent. The women,
definitely Scottish.
Yeah,
it's Scottish with a hint of.
It's when she says games. She says games with a Geordie accent.
And you're like, oh wow, everyone's
and the rest, she sounds more Scottish.
Everyone is missing, definitely. Speaking of kind of motivation and happy times, what are you most proud of this game? What have you guys worked on?
Like, yeah, there is definitely. I'm thinking definitely American with. A bit of Scotland.
Colin, to be clear, I'm not saying it's pure Scottish. Obviously, there's other stuff going on.
Yeah, we're not saying she's Limmy, who is the
for
definition of pure Scottish.
That prepared. We have a lot of story.
I mean, we could probably just find out, but then
we could just Google it, couldn't we?
Yeah, no. Let's not ruin the stream. This is the only thing keeping me going.
Oh yeah, let's just find out stuff about someone.
Oh yeah, let's
make us feel proud. And now that we have partnered with you,
yeah, Pubis84 says it's Scottish cut with something exotic.
Wait, so, hang on. Oh, you're saying Scotland's not exotic?
Hey, Fizzy Juice is it?
Hello,
mate. We need you. We need your verdict.
Oh yeah. What accent is this guy? No.
What's her accent, please?
Awesome. Speaking of partnership with us, what are the benefits of signing up with a global publisher?
Because we're struggling.
Like Koch on their brand new label.
I think we're basically all agreeing that it's Scottish mixed with something else. But Colin Ross Wilson, verified Scotsman, disagrees.
Really helped us and takes care of the operation that we couldn't make it for ourselves.
I've got my fidget cube out.
That's
QA,
nice. That's where I am.
And what have I got? I've got a fidget spinner somewhere.
Have you?
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah, Isaac had one. I don't know where he's put it. It's really good.
Me and Dave bought these.
Poppet, Matt.
A poppet. Oh no, Elidy's got one. They're not actually that satisfying.
They're not, are they?
No,
I was disappointed.
I thought they'd be.
I had to go with the entertainer.
This is off the charts. Yeah, Dave and I bought these when we went to Butlins one year together to entertain us, and he did entertain us. To be fair, what else I got around here? Yeah, I've got a yo-yo, but I'm not going to be.
Yeah, I was going to say I could get a yo-yo out.
I've got this.
That'd be fun.
And where's the?
Absolutely.
I've got my Henry's Viper.
So happy to have you guys on board.
Nice.
And more importantly,
did I show you the one that New got me for Christmas?
Let
me see if I can find it.
Play this game at some point under this new label. So thank you so much for your time, Gabrielle. It's been awesome talking to you.
It's got these fucking. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah,
like a little
thing on the end.
grind rail thing on it.
Thank you for your time.
What are you supposed to grind
on? And I've never even attempted to use it because it's terrifying.
Oh, here we go. Something might be happening.
Oh, Jeff's on.
Oh my goodness! No, but you know what's going to happen now. It's
and then Opal got a chance to sit down.
We get you a quick trailer, and then it's going to be back to the same format again. I think. As Jeff just says, that she got the chance to talk to the CEO of the company. So.
Oh, hello, Pika Pies. I never know if it's appropriate.
Our land, Nostria, dances on the knife's edge of fate.
We'll just go by Twitch username.
King Claudius, my father, cannot lead, and his absence has set the realm in motion. Something is coming. Now,
as I said yesterday, Sean, it's another one of these.
To me.
It is another one of these.
Nostria was flourishing.
Come on, it does feel like there's a lot of these at the moment.
But there is unrest.
But we don't know what these are at the moment. What is this?
Beautiful here. My wife and I had a nice life then.
Some sort of fantasy RPG
Conspiracy,
thing. There's millions of them.
sabotage, necromancy. They all threaten this land asunder. But we must unite, for distorted terrors
the Amazon
are
one,
advancing.
No, we had that last night.
Rumors tell of a false prophet.
Do you reckon we're going to get to see a dragon?
Something that does not exist.
2 dragons, not a dragon.
There was
a seer foretells that our
thing was on last night on Jeff's show.
Yeah.
The new zombie stuff looked absolutely nuts.
Mm-hmm.
People of Nostria,
like dragons and monsters.
You laid faith in my father.
Quite good.
Do so to me. We must look towards.
There we go. There's the dragon.
Fight back the darkness.
Matt, I've forgotten how to do the loop.
Oh right.
For Nostria.
I know you can do that, and then I can't remember. Do you pass that? Yeah, you pass it through, don't you? There we go. No, you don't.
No, you pass it through and we got it.
Hello there, guys. Thanks for joining me.
You do pass it through, yeah.
I'm joined by Nikolai
I'm gonna pass the wrong bit through.
From 1C Entertainment.
You passed
CEO
that.
And creator of King's Bounty 2. So
don't get too excited, by the way, if I start doing Euro tricks, you're not going to see any of it on camera.
Pedigree. So what is it that makes King's Bounty 2 so special?
The original King's Bounty.
It's back again.
The grandfather of
okay, I'm going to turn
Remember, the string on this is too long, so I'm going to throw it and it's just going to go on the floor.
I'm going to turn it down. Yeah. Okay. So let's see some tricks from Sean on the yo-yo. I mean, this is.
I'm going to go and get some trousers. I'll be back in a second.
What does that? Hang on. No. How?
Look at him carefully removing himself out of shot, but.
So yeah, for those of you joining the stream late, James it's a hot day. So James,
it is a warm day. It's a very warm day.
Decided to record with no trousers on.
Yeah, as you do.
But he can't actually go out behind him in the view because obviously you'll see his bot. So.
Yeah, can't have that.
Yeah, but we didn't know it'll be all interviews all the time. That's all I can say.
Like we weren't sure what games we would see, but we did at least think it would consistently be games.
Yeah. We thought it'd be wall-to-wall games. It's not. It's kind of the opposite of that.
You get another yo-yo out.
How many yo-yos does one man need, Sean?
Well, I've got 4.
Go on, I think that's too many.
Hang on. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll just get them all out. Because why not?
Let's rate Sean's yo-yos on stream. It's got to that point.
So which one? No, hang on. There should be another one somewhere. Where's I had one that had like a tiger on it.
Oh.
So we are moving towards this kind of epic adventure.
Look, there you go. Hang on, is that? There you go. It's got a tiger with wearing sunglasses.
Right. Okay.
And stuff. That was the first one I got.
You never forget your first one, do you? You never forget the first one.
No. And then I got this one because it's cool as shit.
Oh yeah.
And then I got one with a light in it because it was like £3.
Because sometimes you need to go in the dark.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah. You can't see where it goes.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got a replay.
Is that meant to be a good one?
As used by Gentry Stein. Yeah.
What have you missed?
One.
We're still waiting. Oh yeah, is the stream muted? I'm sorry, Mocktail. So we'll turn it down because
solving some little quests. And then King's Bounty 2.
Matt, I just saw there was nearly a penalty.
Oh,
it was handball, but VAR waved it away. It's basically just Chen just said it's just Italy are camped out in Turkey's penalty box, but can't hit the back of the net. They're like, she said it's like watching Chelsea.
I've heard like Turkey are dark horses, so I was quite interested in watching the game.
Where you have to quickly press buttons on your joysticks and battle enemies in the field. It's interesting crossbreed of a high fantasy role-playing game.
Are you not going to show us a trick, Sean?
Strategy.
This is my favourite yo-yo, and I just realised there's not even the initial knot on the end of it. I can't remember how to do that. So maybe I'll get the light up one. See if that's going to work.
For me, like a great inspiration was a modern remake of XCOM, for example. Because I was a huge fan of XCOM that was released in 1994, 1996.
I can't wait to, after this is done, and I've had a little cry, I can't wait to watch other people who've talked over this. I wonder if Giant Bomb have done it, or like kind of funny.
Engaged and loving it.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people will deal with it quite differently.
I might have to turn my light off, because I don't think you're going to see.
We're trying to enhance it.
I don't think I get the angle right anyway. Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
look
cool,
at that.
Awesome. Kind of speaking about the story of King's Bounty 2 and how it differs, it appears to have a darker, more gritty aesthetic compared to its predecessors. What was the design?
You are right, though, Adam.
Why did you decide to go with that instead?
It's like
that's a interesting question.
People by this point know what makes a good
design approach.
Yeah.
A good stream, a good like E3 stream. And then I thought, hang on, let's just do interviews for the whole hour.
And the looks and the art of the game.
Beautiful Spurs, thank you ever so much for the 7-month Prime Gaming sub. Appreciate that.
Indie look, but we decided that we are now trying to play in different league. We're trying to make a much bigger title, a big game, an epic adventure.
I don't know, Chad. I think that Sean's yo-yo is very good, actually.
Thank you.
Hollywood and in games, and we thought that this is a good idea actually to upgrade King's Bounty to what we call like high fantasy or like realistic fantasy. So it's not a dark fantasy like Kingdom Come when they're like
that's the thing. Putting Melody, it's like we were saying earlier. It's like these should be like
there you go.
Just individual videos or something, for each thing, not as part of a showcase or something. It doesn't make any sense.
Like a real bad person.
Look at that. Magic.
Sean, I've actually changed the stream layout just so we can see more yo-yo.
I can't remember any of the tricks.
This now looks like it's 4 of us doing a talks over. It's like we're podcasting with this dude.
Like guys, we're just talking. Yeah, he's going on about his game. Just ignore him.
I'm going to take a screenshot of this and then tomorrow say it was so good to have the King's Bounty game director on the show.
It's like a game.
Please do that, Matt.
How many dragons are in the game, mate? How many dragons you got?
We believe that's what we have to do.
Yeah, so we've mentioned that this
we got a new co-host now.
Different kind of play.
It was our pleasure to have the Koch Media host on the show.
Third-person RPG elements to this unique.
It's true though. It is, as Shai just said, it's because they've probably got nothing to show, have they? Really. Nothing that's in presentable state at the moment.
With the evolution of game design and how people play games, why did you choose to stick to these hybrid game mechanics? Do you think that this is kind of what makes King's
Thanks for coming on the show. Where are you from?
Absolutely. I think you got it.
She left. She wants to have connections issues.
King's Bounty is again.
Tell us about King's Bounty.
Turn-based games. So if you remove tactical combat from King's Bounty, then it becomes, I don't know, Mass Effect or Kingdom Come. So this is. So we can play around with the evolution of this gameplay, make it more fun or realistic. But obviously, this is
raining on my Animal Crossing.
This is a tactical.
I can't believe you're playing a game during this.
I mean, I was about to say that, but obviously I can't really.
Not the other way around. So
I'm just wondering if we've got any washing up to do downstairs.
RPG
or my taxes, I don't know.
A game like Cyberpunk, this is probably not for them. I'm sorry, just it's a different game.
We're looking in the wrong direction.
And in terms of, we've mentioned
I got a letter from Tiffany.
3D world that you're creating when it comes to
bit upset that I've
from the 80s. And then these
not been to visit her for a while, but
and making this world feel more alive and more exciting. What was actually the hardest part of you making the game? What took the longest time? What kind of caused you the most headaches?
Hard to say. First of all, this multiple platform game. So
I mean, imagine if this is 2 hours. Imagine if it is.
No, I mean, I'm not doing it 2 hours, James.
Oh my God. Game, then, you are not having a headache of porting to different platforms.
What can we do to make this a good stream? Yeah, maybe Sean, just launch the yo-yo into your TV or something to be like,
I'll just start breaking stuff.
Yeah, can't believe that moment in the stream where you smash the TV.
We went away from this kind of cartoonish.
I've got one idea, but you're not going to like it.
No, Sean, not the trousers thing again. You've got to. We are.
No, I've just noticed that Isaac's glockenspiels over there. I can get that out.
It's not a bad idea.
Play the computer game show theme on it.
Why not?
Characters.
James, just drink all your drink, James. It's the least you can do.
Somewhere
I'm not doing
have
that.
their own stories. And we decided to.
James.
Instead of having like text dialogues, we decided.
I'm not getting drunk for people's amusement. Sean.
See what I've got in my drawers.
To push the story to explain what's going on. So we even had to buy our motion capture studio. We we worked with like a dozen actors.
This is unbelievable, isn't it?
There
I got a projector recently.
You got a projector? Nice. Okay.
Reasons I don't fully understand.
Which
boredom, I
in the
think.
past could be just.
What model is it, Sean?
Oh, it's a cheap one. It's not good.
Huge complication.
No, absolutely. And then the final question: what are the benefits of signing up with a global publisher like Koch and being on their brand new gaming label?
That provides us.
I'm not properly in the camera shot.
Well, that's because he's moved.
Drifted. Sorry, there we go. Hang
Thing is, Peter Molyneux, is it may well be the final question, but there's going to be another interview after this for something else.
Well, it's 5 to 9. Maybe they'll end at 9. Surely.
I don't think they're going to.
This can't be more than an hour.
The thing is, because at 9:30 we're going on Ian Lee's show, and we were going to raid him. But I mean, if this ends, and I want this to end, but also what are we going to do for half an hour?
It's going to raid Ian Lee and watch the show and think back about the last hour.
So we decided to.
Thank you, Dave Hurricane.
Which Koch Media seemed to be the ideal partner. So we are on the market for many years, and I would say very honestly, I was personally a bit scared if we do it just ourselves.
This has been misjudged, hasn't
it? By us mostly.
By all involved.
The information about the game itself.
You see, the thing is, right, is also you think the most recent one that was like this, where they did this, was that Xbox one that was from like all those indie games or whatever, and how that went on for like about 3 days, and everyone was saying the same thing. You think that by then they'd have just thought that doesn't work? Like, it clearly doesn't work to do that.
For people to
so
get their hands on King's Bounty too.
Oh, me too.
That's a good question. Shai, do we think EGX is going ahead this year?
The most exciting days for me in 2021.
I mean, if
we have 12 titles. We keep saying it. And honestly, I shouldn't have a favorite. It's like picking between a favorite child. However, this next title speaks to me on a gaming level.
Right.
This 25-year-old Sega conference. Holy shit.
Adventure shooter.
That sounds amazing.
Keep you up
that sounds better than this.
Yeah. This isn't going to end at 9 o'clock, is it?
Think Alice in Wonderland meets Alien. Or as one US journalist put it, Tomb Standing. Guys, sit back.
I can't sit
back. On the YouTube chat, somebody just written, "Why does this have likes?"
You get an exclusive look at Skyfall.
Oh, it's a game.
Good job.
It is, yeah.
Oh shit! Let's go.
And it looks like actual gameplay.
Oh my god! Here we go. It was all worth it. Strap in, everyone. I can't believe they've done this. They've given us a game.
Telemetry check.
I do really like
Telemetry
walking around
check.
on spaceships.
Here go.
Can't beat it, can you?
One of my hobbies.
Wow.
Oh, I get the tomb standing thing now, like Death Stranding.
What planet is this?
Ah.
I was like,
How did I end
tomb
up
standing?
here?
Is that tomb standing? Yeah.
Log entry. The gate has an internal conduction system. The 3 points on the rim seem sensitive.
The whole sort of internal monologue thing is interesting, isn't it? Because it's like you have to do it because you've got to sort of explain what's going on. But then I was really aware of it when they showed that Horizon demo.
Yeah.
And she was just sort of kept on saying things like, "There's some people over there. I better run over here," and stuff like that. And you're just like, it just sounds awful.
Yeah.
I do think sometimes silence is better, actually. Just let the player figure it out.
There was Wolfenstein did the thing of the voice actor was actually sort of talked under his breath.
Yeah.
Like you might do.
But that also worked because he's kind of deranged anyway. So it's that's part of it. And then you had that with Days Gone as well, where he used to do that. But it was also
that was really bad.
He was also unhinged, because of what was going on. So that kind of worked.
Your Days Gone's like, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to kill him.
Multiple celebrated glands in its thoracic region that seem to produce a highly venomous secretion.
Solving puzzles. Guns.
That looks alright. I mean,
yeah, I don't mind this at all.
Wow.
I mean, it reminds me of
This is probably my game of the conference so far.
Organic residue.
It's the only one that's had gameplay in it.
Well, yeah. I mean, maybe because of that, it's hard to say.
Robinson managed to connect the NPU to the pillar.
Crafting, fucking get in there.
There you go, James.
Excellent.
There's no deck building yet, James.
No, but these may be randomly generated environments. We don't know yet.
Let's hope so.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. T Gonzo 101 for the 5-month Prime Gaming sub. Thank you.
And I'm taking the NPU.
Oh, good. Shooting spider egg. Oh, no, not spiders, though. Isn't that one of the aliens from StarCraft?
Aren't they all kind of blending
It
into
did look a bit like that, didn't it? Yeah.
Lawsuit. Lawsuit. Lawsuit.
I'm very glad that tissue webbing had a health bar.
Who were the architects of this place? Did they build
Has anyone done a game
monuments to serve
where you're an alien
or as a
and it's like,
testament
oh, we
to
found
their
this planet and there's all this ancient shit in it,
or
and we're uncovering the mysteries of this
something
ancient civilization, but the ancient civilization is us, and it's all just
that would be amazing
shit that we left behind.
That would be
that's
brilliant.
been done. That must have been done at some point.
If not, that's a great idea.
I mean, Horizon's kind of that, isn't it? Like,
oh yeah, I guess
as
so,
well.
Yeah.
But it's
Like, you know, like it's all like, oh, I found a communication device and it's got all like messages on it. Why, like, if it was like humans, it'd be like, oh, there's some nudes on this one.
What's this building? What's this sign says? What does Pornhub mean? You know,
what is this website?
Oh dear. So there is combat in this. I wasn't entirely sure for a bit.
Oh, there's combat. Oh, there's combat, boy. There's combat.
No, this does look like something I would probably quite enjoy actually, because it looks like it's that sort of 3D Metroid Prime kind of thing, you know, but go from place to place.
This is a game, James, where you'll start it and think, well, I've started now, so I'll just grind out another 95 hours in this game I don't
actually,
like.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I've started now, so I'll finish.
I don't like this, but I'll carry on to the end. The weapon sounds really satisfying.
Dude.
10 out of 10 for me so far.
Yeah, Toad, what did you have from Greg's? I haven't had a Greg's for ages. Which, I mean, it's probably for the best, but, you know.
The appendages are dripping with the fluid that's freezing the water.
There's a lot of innuendo already in this game. The appendages are dripping. There's something about 3 points on the rim are sensitive. Like
sensitive rims.
So what's happening here?
Seems to be generating an electrical charge.
Vegan steak bacon and vegan sausage roll combo.
Naughty.
Served at room temperature.
Very, very naughty.
Do you not have a dessert? No.
Pathway is conducting large amounts of bioelectricity.
Dessert?
Yeah.
Do you know people are still saying bring back the soap in the YouTube chat?
Right, so as someone who probably defends Greg's too much, most of the sweet stuff is shit, but the apple turnovers are amazing.
I bloody love an apple turnover. I don't think I've ever had one from Greg's.
Sarah's right, yum yums are amazing.
Yeah.
As well, because you can just get a massive box of 4 of them.
Yeah.
And no one can stop you. Oh, you did get yum yums as well.
I do like the sausage rolls and stuff from Greg's, and it's one of those things where it's like, it's not the best sausage roll you can get, obviously.
Oh, no,
like, absolutely isn't. There's better ones, but it's still good enough and at the right price that it's like, actually, I'm quite enjoying this.
And more important than that, at least in Leeds, there's one within eye distance everywhere you go. You turn around, there's like one there. There's so many great in Leeds. It's you know, they can't be building. Oh no, they are building one there because you can't quite see that one from this angle.
And she's going to talk to the developers.
That really
about
was
the game.
something. And
no,
last
she's not.
week,
Is she?
Opal had a chance to talk to the developers, Mad Head Games,
macaroni pies. Is that a thing?
Hello there, guys. Joining me now.
Apparently,
from Novi
Greg's
Sad
discontinued
in Serbia
macaroni pies, but I never saw them.
Zorkic,
that might have been a
director at
regional
Mad
thing
Head
because they do.
I'm turning this off. Macaroni pies.
Yeah.
Macaroni
Sounds
pies.
incredible.
Wow.
Just a pie with pasta in it? Was it like macaroni cheese, or was it just? That was in Edinburgh.
I mean, yeah, with macaroni cheese, that sounds great.
However,
I feel
for
like
some reason that I don't want to go
Dave
into
Hodgkins,
now,
thank you for the
this
15 months
in
Prime
them,
resub.
Like in an event,
Sounds like it is a Scottish thing.
Which causes them to be transported to.
Yeah, Adam, I turned it off on purpose because Picker Pies mentioned
Kate Ward,
macaroni
who is
pies.
a mission specialist. She's an astrobiologist with a background in engineering. She's one of the members of the team of astronauts. Of the team called.
Oh, someone's got a
SCAR
PlayStation
team,
5,
which
haven't
is,
they? They got a Pulse headset just in the background,
so,
showing off.
She is on the ship doing the scan, and she ends up on this.
Did you see that stream where Jim Ryan was wearing one of those?
So
and it just made me feel that looks awful.
The ship, and the other moment she's on this strange planet alone. So.
I like my Pulse headset, but
finds out that
I still feel
her
the
team
Xbox
is
One
also
is more
stranded on the
comfortable.
planet. She has to find them first.
I'm just gonna have to make one.
And it seems that some time has passed. You know,
I'm just gonna have to make it myself.
She doesn't understand.
Conor Ross Wilson there with
is
that Matt in 5 years? I mean, that's me now, isn't it?
Creatures, monsters.
I feel like if you just crossed up all of our genes,
to kill her.
Yeah, that's the result.
Perfect, beautiful son.
You know, find out what's going on.
Oh my god, yeah. Should I do a Bell's Kitchen where I make a?
Oh yes, you have to.
From them. And the story unravels, she actually learns about the place and learns about
Isaac
the
demanded a soup
mystery
pie
behind it
for dinner.
But it's all about.
And I was like, he's made that up, and I was like, hang on a minute.
Stranded on this.
Basically, soup that's just in like a big pastry.
You're like that does sound feasible.
But also,
yeah, it would just soak up
strangely
the
beautiful
soup. So obviously you eat the soup normally, and then you've just got like a
nasty creatures,
slightly soggy pastry
So it's like
bowl
kind of keeping on
eat
that theme of the
tastes a
realm of
bit like the
possibility
soup.
and whatnot. How much in the game has its roots in the real world, and how much is just plain crazy sci-fi?
Well, it's mostly
that sounded well, George.
The
Pointing out
themes come from the real
lamps
world.
in the
So
corners
they're
is
inspired by
kind
the
of
real world. I think the best stories come from the real world. Even if they're,
that bird in the corner? Sorry, I mean the stuffed thing. Like, is that like an 80s? It looks like something from an 80s like kids show.
I mean, I'm the least equipped to answer
on one
that.
level, Scars Above is about reason versus terror.
I'm not aware of
And
it.
this is a very important
one of the
topic
books
to me,
is
and that's a very
June,
real
so
world
clearly
topic
catching up for the
me.
movie.
Like, in our world, a lot of bad things come out of fear. And this fear, gives birth to some unreasonably dark actions, which lead to more bad things and more fear and more bad things.
One whole saying
legs as well.
Stars Above is like, for me, a metaphor for reason standing up against terror. Science against darkness, knowledge against ignorance.
Shall I turn it off? Shall I turn the audio off?
Should we just go?
Matt, I don't know about you, but I want to find out what the next game is.
That's a good point. That is a bloody good point. I mean, it's almost 10 past 9. We are actually going to have to go at 9:30. I would be gutted. I'll be gutted if.
Oh, what a shame that would be.
I'll be gutted if we missed the one more thing.
Yeah. Well, no, we go on the late alternative and just be like, we're missing the fucking media conference for this.
I hope this is going to be worth it, Ian Lee.
Should we tell Dave that we can't make it because this is overrunning?
Yeah, sorry, we're busy.
We can make it believable.
Sorry,
And
but there's
the
bigger
reason
fish to
why
fry
this
around
is,
here.
Important is because I would like to create this what if vibe. I would like it if people actually ask themselves, like what if this really happened?
wish he'd
What would I
straighten
do
his
if
glasses.
I were
It's
suddenly
upsetting me.
stranded somewhere?
That
on
might
this
be his ears.
strange, far away from
I know,
home
but they're weird. They're wrong
world,
on his eyes. That's the main.
surrounded with monsters.
It always winds me up
terror.
if my
Like,
glasses
if you
aren't
make this
straight. So
believable,
when see other people, they're just
might
like
actually think
a
more
weird
about
angle
it.
and just
But
not bothered. It's
Some
like
people's ears are just
freaked out.
wonky, though, aren't they? I mean, I speak
On
as someone
mine, I
myself.
have to like adjust them all the time.
Because immersion is
This
really
is good.
important, so
A good
that people
chat, isn't
get
it?
I was gonna say, I mean, I could say, well, why is this guy doing this?
What
But
would I do if I was
it
in
doesn't feel fair.
this situation? And what if this was really like? What if this happens someday? What if an alien object does?
Yeah, pretty much, yes, exactly. We got one more thing. Here's one more half-an-hour interview about this roguelike deck building game. Working title.
Her job title. What else about her? Who is she? Why is she?
Kate is awesome. We love her.
He just opened up a different window on his computer.
Very strong.
The light on his face changed. He did a James Farley.
Oh no, he's like, yeah.
So she's an astronaut.
Looking at his calendar. When does it end?
A team member, a colleague, an explorer, and she always has like this childlike.
Was the IGN thing on?
Curiosity. But
Can we
one
put
thing
that on
she
instead?
Is not, and that's
what are IGN doing?
Like a trained warrior.
They're doing their
She's not a
own
soldier, so
show, aren't
she's
they? Is
not
that
like
now?
a space commando or anything.
Hang on. So what you're saying is IGN are not covering the Koch media.
Missing out.
Okay, I didn't realize that. That probably should have. That's alarm bells for me. I probably should have thought, hang on, IGN aren't doing it. Why the fuck are we doing it?
The fact that she's
Yeah, it's live now.
combatant doesn't mean she's not capable. So she has like a strong will, a sharp mind.
I mean, Mr.
and she's very brave and tough.
this is the one I was most looking
She's
forward to.
under
Yeah,
I've
this
been
is- yeah, same here,
disappointed
same
now.
here.
And we want to show
Same here.
how vulnerable she is,
And
how
it's delivered.
scared she is, how distressed.
What we're looking forward to,
Because
it has to be Microsoft again, because they have to kill it. They can't have another year where it's just here's loads of logos on the screen. They absolutely have to kill it.
I'm looking forward to Microsoft, but I'm expecting it's going to be amazing because I really think it will be. I'll be very surprised if it's not fantastic. The Nintendo one's the one I'm most looking forward to because I think the Fallout is going to be like amazing. Yeah. Because I think it's going to be incredibly disappointing.
There's going to be good stuff.
kicking ass and
in the
chewing
Nintendo
bubblegum and
one,
all
but
that gum,
we
like,
know
that's
Nintendo are
not her.
coasting a little bit at the
like,
moment.
Yeah.
And getting away with it. So
the thing is, every time we wait for a direct, we're like, this one could be good. So, and it, often isn't. What really is the chance that they're really saving all the bangers for E3? It feels like they're just they keep going. They're like E3, whatever, just keep going, boy. Same with what we did last time.
I don't think they've got anything much, and I think it's going to be very disappointing.
Craft these weapons and gadgets and survive
Sorry,
against the odds.
Gonzo's right. There is going to be loads of Mario Golf.
Olivia Rodrigo just started playing off my watch.
And that Scar gets sent up.
That's always happening.
Who else is in the team? Who else are we going to be meeting on this adventure?
I mean, I've loved every Devolver conference, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be great.
Team. There is
the
commander of the mission.
I don't always enjoy them, but I do at least appreciate what they're doing.
At least they're trying to do something, aren't they? I mean, I'd rather watch that than this.
And there's going to be Hotline Miami 3, at least in the picture where it said, like, it was like the teaser of the woman presenter, and there's kind of a bokeh background, and on the whiteboard you can make out it said Hotline Miami 3.
Oh, really?
Maybe that's a joke. Maybe that's a tease. Whatever. Maybe because they knew everyone would look at it and say, "Okay, Hotline Miami 3."
Who is and also like a scientist and an astronaut, and by Mike.
Sorry, my camera's not level.
A little bit
yeah, I think Microsoft. Every year, I think Microsoft are the most interesting because they kind of have to do it, and
because they've been on the back foot for
a
long time.
They have to bring the heat, and another year of here's all his studios. Wait, just wait.
It would be pretty amazing if it was just the whole event of just announcing they bought different studios, and that's it. But they'll keep emphasising that these games are coming to Game Pass, and so that'll be then everyone will be happy, so it'll be fine.
Up to date of Scars Above.
I'm actually gonna.
Microsoft, like, they've got billions. Just say we bought Sony, and all his games are on Game Pass. Just do that. To say we bought Sony now. We've got everyone. We bought Nintendo. It's all on Game Pass.
So it's just like looking at a group of people.
I mean, the Series S is good. I'm very happy with mine. I think it's a very nice little console.
With any development team, like when you ask them like what you're most proud of, and I keep thinking like one
last question.
I may actually forget some of the details during the development, but I will always remember the people I worked with.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and also Microsoft. I mean, the Halo Infinite. I mean,
benefits of signing
that. I mean, that has got to look incredible. Otherwise, we're like, oh, Craig. Actually, I can. I mean, this wasn't a prediction on the show last week, but do you think Craig will make an appearance in any regard in the Halo Infinite trailer? Because obviously they kind of had to lean into the joke because avoiding it just looked worse. So they've leaned into the Craig thing. I bet, even if the trailer looks incredible, game looks incredible, I bet there'll be a bit where if you paused it or zoomed in, I bet Craig will be somewhere in the background. I think they're gonna.
I reckon, if they show Halo Infinite, which they probably will, 100% Craig's going to be in that somehow.
They'll do something like,
he's the main character now.
Yeah, Master Craig. Master Craig. I feel like they'll be like, oh, in the background, there he is. You loved him so much, we got him back. But my God, it has to look good.
I don't want to downplay like the obvious benefits because there's a lot of them.
If it doesn't, though. Oh my God! But when did they unveil that? That was
for me personally.
Was that last year? No, it was obviously last year.
Hang out with you guys.
When last year was it?
Really awesome.
It hasn't been a full year yet, has it? It was.
It must have been in the summer, I guess.
It was before new consoles came out, right? Which was
so thinking like summer maybe. I'm thinking how long have they really honestly had?
And we can't wait to see more.
Thank you.
Between now and then. Last July. Okay, well let's say, I mean, without checking, I said last July, right?
We're really excited.
That's only, I mean, it's not even a year. Let's assume 3 months or so to plan and work on like an incredible E3 like demo, whatever. So they've really kind of honestly had around 5 or 6 months. So if I think about it like that with logic.
Jeff just mentioned Brian Fargo, who did the old Fallout games.
Okay, Matt, Dave just messaged us about what we've got to do next. Please message back and say we might be a bit late, this is overrunning.
Yeah, I might do.
But here's the skinny. We at Cronus need you.
Yeah, Simon,
Cronus
Cyclops
was
2, man.
formed after
Really
a dome-like structure was discovered 5 years ago.
Like, if it's got the imagination
Was
right
it from our ancient past? Was it made by aliens? Does it run on perfectly harmless nuclear power? We need to know, and humanity is waiting for you to help unlock its secrets. Descend into the dome itself and join one of our incredible research teams.
Basically a new Fallout style game.
Which wing of Cronus is
like
the best
original
fit for
Fallout.
you? If you like taking orders, cracking
Very
heads,
Fallout, isn't it?
ultra-violence, and guns, lots of guns, then the Black Wing is for you. Can you build and repair incredible technology, but not expect any credit for it? You sound like an engineer to us. Welcome to the Blue Wing. Are you a doctor, scientist, mathematician, or any other type of brainiac? We've got you covered in the White Wing. Do you like taking credit for the hard work of others, but never do anything yourself? Those forms won't fill themselves. That's management, mister, and the Silver Wing awaits. Are you a criminal, prisoner, or have no discernible skills whatsoever? Then you're coming to the Orange Wing, like it or not. Are you ready for adventure? Are you ready to make the change with us? Are you ready to love it so much that you'll never want to leave? Then join Cronus and take the second giant leap for mankind under the dome.
That look good.
That's not all. Opal got to sit down with the creative brains behind Encased. Check it out.
Let's go to St. Petersburg in Russia and speak to Vyacheslav Kosahin, creative director of Dark Crystal Games.
You just got to the developer interview, yeah, Matt?
So well, basically, like, we do have to go in about 5 to 8 minutes. We have to go because we're going to be on Ian Lee's show in a minute on the late night alternative from 9:30. I mean, I really do not want to leave this stream, but we might have to.
Oh man.
Well, what do you reckon we should do? Another 5? I mean, this is going to be this is a 45-minute interview.
Just give it 5 minutes. I'm going to the bathroom anyway. I'll be back and then a bit.
Oh well, it doesn't matter then, does it?
Okay.
Setting of the game from one main entity of it, which is the dome. The game takes place in the anomalous zone called the dome, which was found somewhere in the last unknown desert on the Earth and on our planet. And well, basically people who get in there, various scientists, technicians, soldiers and adventurers, they can get back.
Why am I so keen to leave?
This is sort of a one-way road. So those guys who explore the dome, they are encased in there, which I think makes some sense in this regard.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Dr. T. Gonzo, so, what we're going to do is we're
I know that you guys...
Basically, in about 5 minutes or so, we're going to raid Ian Lee's channel, /TLNA, I think it is now. Going to raid them, and then from 9:30, it will be us three and Dave on the show. So we'll raid them, we will go over there, and then in like 5 minutes after that, we'll be on their show. That's the plan.
I have no idea what to expect.
No, I've no idea. I don't know what he's I don't know what they're going to ask. We'll just go on there and hope for the best. I might go on there in sunglasses, you know. Sunglasses is a massive kind of So Dave won't see or hear spoilers because we'll be on Zoom. So we're just going to a Zoom call. Obviously, it's going to be on Twitch, but so we're just staying on Zoom, so we're not going to see.
I assume Dave's not going to look at the chat or anything, is he? Just in case.
Well, I bloody hope. I bloody hope he just stays on Zoom with us, and there's no. Actually, I don't think I'm going to look at the chat. I think because I'll be looking at everyone's comments saying, "Who's that dickhead?"
Yeah.
So I might just go chat free.
Regarded the motivation is always high, but also we are in the early access. And we're
what is the time, right? Should we?
It's 20 past. I think we've. Can we go?
Okay. Should we go? Right. So here's what we're gonna do. Yeah. So as I said, we're gonna. I'm so sorry to all the Koch fans in the audience. We're not gonna be talking over the last 2.5 hours of this conference. Do apologise about that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna raid Ian Lee's channel now, and then we'll be on their show in about 10 minutes or so. Raid TLNA, I think that's it. Let me check before I do that.
motivation could decline a little bit, but with those constant talks with the community, shared feedback.
Yes. Okay. Right. So we're gonna raid.
Bringing it back to the game.
We're going to raid TLNA and then we'll be on in like 10 minutes. So hopefully you can join us. Thank you everyone, by the way, everyone who stuck with us and watched this with us.
Yeah, Jesus.
I know it wasn't the easiest. It wasn't the easiest, but we got through most of it together. So I appreciate...
Well, we don't know that yet, Matt.
No, that's
it may be even longer.
Well, no, I think there will be another 6 hours. But we appreciate all the follows, the comments, the bits, the subs. Yeah, we're going to go on TLNA in about 10 minutes, but in the meantime, we're going to raid them, say hello, maybe stick around, and we'll be on there. In the meantime, next stream, let's just check the schedule. Where are we? Yeah, so tomorrow night, James and I are talking about Ubisoft Forward from 10 to 8 here on twitch.tv/TCGSCo. And actually after that, at 9:20, we're all talking over the Devolver digital thing. So 10... Just come on, Matt. Yeah, so 10 to 8 here, and then we'll be back again after that at 9:20 for Devolver. Let's raid them, and then we'll see you all in about 10 minutes or so.
Time passes, some...
Let's see if this works.
Less important things, I'd say, like maybe graphics or maybe art style, beats, or maybe some topics and themes.
Okay, right, we're going to raid them. Yeah, thanks everyone for sticking around. We'll maybe see you in a bit on TLNA. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow for Ubisoft and Devolver. Let's go.
RPGs, particularly, it's an iterative process and takes many iterations.